Okay. So as we have started with the new ID, so let's start from the beginning. Let me introduce myself again. My name is Priya and I am one of the technical trainer in the Codeness. From today onwards, I will be handling your web technologies end to end. So we were discussing about the difference between web application, mobile application and desktop application, right? So before moving towards the web technologies, what are the technologies we are going to discuss? First, we need to understand the difference between these three. Then only you will understand what is the importance or how we are going to use the web technologies to design the web applications or to design the web pages. Okay. So let's move towards these three applications, three types of applications. So I was told you, take your mobile phones, open YouTube application by clicking on the YouTube app. Have you tried it out? Rishikesh, have a patience. We will discuss about the syllabus. Everyone has tried. Okay. Next, maybe few students have downloaded or installed YouTube on your desktop. Or else you can check the Slack application. Everyone has installed and downloaded Slack application on your desktop, in your laptops. Yes. So if you are opening Slack application by clicking on that particular app, consider this is my Slack. And I am opening this Slack by clicking on that application, by clicking on that app. So whenever you are opening Slack like this, that will be your desktop application. So here I will write desktop application. Whenever you are opening YouTube by clicking on the app which is present on your desktop, that will be your desktop application. Okay. Ma'am, you have told what is mobile application. Ma'am, you have told what is desktop application. But we are here to learn web technologies, to design web applications. So quickly tell us what is web application. So let me tell you, my dear students, whenever you are opening YouTube application by using the browser and the internet, what does it mean? How many of you have opened the YouTube like this? YouTube.com. Maybe you would have used your Chrome, open the Chrome. In the search bar, you would have typed youtube.com, enter. So whenever you are opening and accessing any application with the help of browser plus internet, that will be your web application, or you can call it as a combination of web pages. One web application is nothing but a combination of multiple web pages. That point anyhow we will discuss later. But I hope you got one better clarity about what is web application, what is mobile application, what is desktop application, and what is mobile application. There are no separate examples. YouTube is one application, but the difference lies in how you are opening, how you are accessing that particular application. If you are opening the YouTube application by downloading, installing in your mobile phone, that will be mobile application. If you are opening the YouTube application by downloading or installing at your desktop, on your desktop, that will be your desktop application. But if you are opening the YouTube application without downloading, without installing it, simply by using the browser and internet, that will be your array. That will be your, the video is lagging. That will be your web application. Okay. Now you guys tell me few good examples of web application. Good means the web applications which we are using on daily basis. Codeness, very good. Codeness website, very good. So all the applications, whatever you are using, your Google spreadsheets, your Gmail, everything, these are the web applications. Now why this web application, learning of these web technologies are important? Let me tell you. See, when the internet got invented at 1990, after that from 2015, a rough year we can consider, from 2015, video is lagging. For everyone my video is lagging, please confirm, is it lagging? No. Those students who are telling the video is lagging, please check from your end too once, because for others it is perfectly fine. So we were discussing about importance of these web technologies now. See, from 2015, the craze of web applications got increased. The people started using Facebook, different web applications because from 2015 the data got so much importance. That's why the web applications got so much important. In nowadays, if you would have observed, a 3 years or 4 years kid, he doesn't know how to speak well, he doesn't know how to eat well, but he knows how to open the YouTube, how to play the video, how to pause the video, how to skip ads. He knows, because nowadays the craze of web applications got increased. Now say suppose I am going to start my own event management company. I have opened my own event management company. I have given my company name as a Heritage. Okay. Now my company is ready. What I am going to provide to my customers, it is ready. Everything is ready. Now I wanted to show my company, whatever my company is going to provide to all the people in entire world. So for that purpose, I need to design my websites, but I don't know how to design. So I need to take the help of front-end developer, right? So for every person, whatever he is doing to represent his work, to represent her work, to all the people throughout the world, he need to design his or her own website. So that's why nowadays the demand for front-end developer got increased, and that's why in this syllabus you guys are learning web technologies, because you are going to become a full stack developer. Now you might be thinking, what is web technology? Web technology, web technology. What is this? What exactly we are going to learn? And what is the correlation between this web application and web technology? Let's discuss. Let me tell you, if we take the example of YouTube or any application, do remember every application has 3 layers. What are those 3 layers? Let me show you here. Every application has 3 layers, which are nothing but front end, back end, front end, back end, one more layer. Anyone can guess? Every application has 3 layers. What are those 3 layers? Front end, back end, and very good, database. So I will consider this as a database. Now we are going to discuss about architecture of web application, which is common for all the web application. Architecture of web application. I will give you all the notes. You no need to worry about it. Simply sit, relax and listen. These are the basic concepts which you need to understand. No need to write now. Okay. Now, if you open your YouTube by using the browser and internet in your laptops, if you would have joined the meeting by using the mobile phones, please use your laptops and open the YouTube application by using the browser and internet. Quickly, I will also start sharing my screen and I will show you. Before that, you just do it. Open the YouTube application by using the browser and internet. Everyone. No, I am not going to tell you to search anything now, but first open. Everyone has opened YouTube? Okay, fine. Now, as soon as you open the YouTube applications, it will suggest you few videos based on your search history, right? So whatever now you are seeing on your web page, that will be the front end of your web application. Whatever is visible to you now, that will be the front end of YouTube web application. Now, what and all is visible to you? Could you please tell me? Which type of buttons are visible to you now? You can use your phone browser also. Yes, you guys can use your phone browser also. A search button, playlist button, okay, home button, okay, multimedia button, is it? Explore, search bar, okay, fine. Now everyone are getting such type of buttons. Everyone, all 344 participants, are you guys doing this practical thing? Or you guys are simply sitting and listening? Please don't simply sit and listen. If you have your phones, use mobile browser. Getting, okay. Now, in the search bar, you just search whatever you want. One example I will tell you, you just search IPL 2023 or KGF 2 trailer. You just search whatever you want. Everyone, search it. We open in browser. Okay, you have to open in browser. Okay. Now the students who has searched KGF 2 trailer, you are getting all the data which is related to KGF 2 trailer. Yes or no? The student who has searched 2023 IPL, you are getting all the related data of 2023 IPL. Yes or no? Everyone? So, there are three things you need to understand. First one, you are searching something like KGF 2 trailer or IPL or any song, any movie, anything. It is collecting all the related data, then where that data is saved. If you would have searched KGF 2 trailer is not present in your laptop. You have not saved in your laptop storage. Then where the data is present? Okay, this first point you need to understand. Second point, say suppose somewhere the data is present, where we did not discuss yet. Consider somewhere the data is present and it is fetching, XYZ is fetching all the related data and showing in front of you at front end of your YouTube application. Then who is that middle person? Who is that middle person who is fetching all the related data and who is giving to me? You just correlate with this structure. Say suppose here I have searched KGF 2 trailer. Here, this is my front end of YouTube. This is my search bar of YouTube. So in the search bar of YouTube, I have searched KGF 2 trailer. Okay. So my request someone is taking and they are processing. Somewhere the data is stored which is related to KGF 2 trailer. Someone is taking that data and someone is showing to me at front end. Where? Front end of YouTube. It is showing at front end of YouTube. Okay. Now, how the request is going, HTTP and all, we will discuss later. First, understand the basic things. Whenever you are sending request here at front end of web application, that someone is taking the request, what I have told, that someone is nothing but your server. Yes, your server. That middle person is nothing but your server. And where the data is stored, do remember, every application has its own database. This line is very, very important. Every application has its own database. This YouTube application has its own database. In that database, everything got stored. So from that storage, from that database, your backend is fetching all the related data and showing at your front end. This server is nothing but your backend. So how the process is happening at the background? At front end, I got one search box so that a user can deal with this search box only. A user cannot see this backend. A user directly cannot see this database. This is only visible for the user. Can you see the database of YouTube? Can you see the backend of YouTube? Certainly not. You can see only and only the front end of YouTube. So at front end, I have sent the request in the search bar, KGF2 trailer. My server is taking the request. My server is fetching all the related data from the database of YouTube application, and it is showing all the related data at front end. Now, how the data it has to show, how it has to play the video. It is playing the video at full screen. It is giving you the option as a download, play, pause, stop, skip ad, everything. That all part is of front end. The functionality, we are how to define the functionality, we will discuss later. But whatever the buttons you have created, whatever the buttons we are seeing at the front end of YouTube application, you only told home, like a playlist, explore, how to create such buttons, how to create this search bar, how to design front end. That's what you guys are going to learn in this particular sessions, in this web technologies. Got it? Got it? What is web application? Got it? What is the architecture of web application? 3 layers of web application. Every application has these 3 layers. Now your notes point. How to take the notes? Open your notebooks, everyone. Still, if you have a confusion, if you have a doubts, please keep those all doubts with you. The first 2 to 3 sessions are like this, only theory concept. Then I will show you practically how everything works. Your web technology, in this web technology, we will start the practical sessions after 2 days. First, let's discuss about the basics. Okay. Open your notebooks. You may have given the subject name as a web technology and all. This totally depends on you, and please make a separate notebooks. Don't write here and there on few pages and all. Please make the separate notebooks. Okay. So here first we have discussed about what is web application. So please do take the subheading as web application. Everyone, take the subheading as web application. Web application. Below that, write, just a second, let me start sharing my screen. Till then, I will tell you verbally, right? Web applications are such applications. Web applications are such applications or softwares are applications or softwares. Web applications are such applications. You can call it as an application, web application, or a software which can be open or access, which can be open or access which can be open or access by using browser and the internet. Browser and the internet. Few students who joined late, you might be thinking I went little fast, but we already were discussed about mobile application, desktop applications, and about my introduction too. So you can watch the recordings after the class. You did not miss with any concept, any technical concept. Technical concepts, whatever are there, I have started from the beginning only. Okay, below that, right? Not accept, it is access, accessing. Open or access. ACCESS, access. Web applications are such applications or softwares which can be open or access using what? Browser and internet. Browser and internet. Below that, if you want, you can take a simple definition for mobile application also. Here I will write mobile application. What is mobile application? Now how will you answer in the interviews if they are asking what is mobile application? How will you answer? Any application when we are opening or accessing. Any application when we are opening or accessing by using the mobile phones. That much definition is more than sufficient. They will understand. Yes, not using mobile browser or any Chrome browser in the mobile. In the mobile directly, that application should be installed or downloaded. Then and then only you just call it as a mobile application. Okay. Any application when we are opening or accessing by using the mobile phones or mobile, that will be our mobile application. Below that, take the simple definition for desktop application too. Take the definition for desktop application too. Don't write by using the desktop. Any application or software which can be accessed by using the laptops. By using the laptops, that will be our desktop application. Laptops or computers, anything is fine. Laptops or computers. Okay, copied everyone? Just a minute, let me log in Zoom in my system too. There is a network issue. Some noise is there from your side, is it? Okay, let me check with it. Background noise. Am I audible? Please check. Without any background noise, am I audible? Yes, right? Okay, fine. That's great. So let me share my screen. Please check my screen is visible or not. Your web technologies will be in online mode. Completely will be in online mode. My screen is visible to all. Okay, fine. Now everyone look at here. If I search here youtube.com, youtube.com, it will open YouTube front end, or I will type amazon.com like this. See the Amazon web page. This is the website of Amazon. Okay. For best, I will search codenest.com. There is a network issue. Okay, fine. So this is the Codenest website. Now if you check here, everyone look at here. This is the front end of Codenest website. You can see only front end because we have allowed you to see this front end. So whatever is visible to you, that will be the front end of the web application. Now if you see, as soon as I click on the check syllabus, it is opening new web page, right? It is opening new web page. I will click here. These are the buttons. Again, I will go back. I will go with check syllabus at MCP2. Now I will go with here success stories. I will go with here home. So whenever you are clicking on home, whenever you are clicking on check syllabus, one new web page it is showing. Now do remember, whatever the application we have built here, this is a kind of one web application having multiple web pages in it. This is one web page. If I go with check syllabus, it is opening one more new web page. If I go with success stories, it is opening one more new web page. So what is web application? Web application is nothing but a combination of multiple web pages. Okay, this is not a definition of web application. Simply I am telling you what is the difference between one complete web application and one single web page. So to build such good web application, one complete web application, we need to design multiple web pages. Okay, and then we have linked these web pages. Now how to link? Ma'am, very hi-fi word you are using, I'm not getting anything. No worries, leave it aside. Certainly you will understand in our upcoming sessions. Now I will minimize everything. Okay, now this is my desktop. Okay, at my desktop you can see this Slack. So you tell me, this Slack is a desktop application, web application, or mobile application? What do you think? It is a desktop application. Okay, now I will come to the new tab. I will write here Slack login. I will go with this first login page of Slack. Now here it is asking me, put your email address, work email address and name, click on the continue. Now if I am opening Slack like this, so you tell me which type of application it is? Web application, because I am opening the Slack by using the browser and the internet. Google is your search engine. Your Chrome is the browser. Now don't ask me, ma'am, what is browser? On daily basis you are using browser. Okay, Google is the search engine. Now here this is nothing but my web application. Now if I go with the YouTube, if I search here youtube.com, okay, see it has opened this. So whatever is visible to you, see this home, this shorts, this subscriptions, library, these all are nothing but the front end parts. Okay, this is the front end of your YouTube application. Now if I click here, this video is present somewhere, right? So every application, this YouTube application has its own database where it is stored. When you are uploading means what? You are storing that video into the database of your YouTube application. Okay. Now, what we are exactly going to learn? I will show you one simple example. Now don't worry about this code. This is Python code actually. You will learn in Python. I am finding simply the web page. Just a minute. You might be thinking, ma'am, what you are doing? We are not getting. Simply I just wanted to show you one front end. Okay, I got the link. So let's visit this website. I will copy from here. There is internet issue, that's why it is working little slow. I will paste here. Okay, just a minute. Everyone, I hope this website is visible to all. So one simple website is present in front of you. See, home. As soon as I click on the home, nothing is happening. Services, as soon as I click on the services, nothing is happening. Screen sharing got stuck. Why? This screen is not visible to you? Akash? Now is it visible to you? 1 foot website is front of you. Why, Akash? Check your internet. Full lag, is it? Visible. For few students it is visible. Maybe there is an issue with the internet. Now it is visible. Clearly visible, fine. As soon as I click on the contact, nothing is happening. As soon as I click on the about, nothing is happening. So here I have designed this front end. Now I will scroll down, see one form is present here. How to create such form at the front end, how to give this name box, how to give this email box, how to create this submit button, everything you will be learning in these web technologies. Okay, don't you think this is pretty much interesting? For sure, that assurity I will give you. After 2 or 3 sessions, you will realize your web technology is one of the or most interesting, important technology if we compare with the other technologies. It is really very interesting. Not only knowledge, you have to put your logic, your creativity, your designing also. Okay. So this short introduction I have given you what we are going to discuss. In your notebooks, please do take the next heading as architecture of web application or 3 layers of web application. Architecture or 3 layers, anything is fine. Now what you need to write or draw, let me tell you. Everyone write architecture of web application and below that draw this as it is. This is database. Okay. So what you need to write here? See, you need to write here, this is the front end. Or you can call it as a client side. Why we are calling it as a client side? Why we are calling it as a client side? Because it is visible for the clients, for the users. Just now I have shown you that food delivery applications which we have created. So whatever is visible for you guys, that form, home, services, everything, so that will be your client side. Client can see this. Okay. Now whatever the request I am sending, someone is taking that request, that someone is nothing but your server side. Or you can call it as a backend. Where all the data is stored? All the data is stored in the database. This is my database. And everything is getting communicated with each other. So you just show this connection like this. Points I will tell you, have a patience. Simply take the subheading as the architecture of web application and draw this as it is. Okay. Let me complete it with the technologies I am going to reveal now. What we are going to learn. Which color? Let's go with white only. See, to design backend, we are using programming languages. To design backend, here I will write programming. Could you please help me out with few examples of programming languages? Java, don't tell JS, have a patience. Java, Python. So in our course, you will be learning Java as well as Python. So to design the backend, we need programming languages which you already have started learning, Java and Python. To deal with the database, to communicate with the database, you tell me which language I need to learn. SQL, a query language. Query language. Like, for example, SQL. Okay, ma'am, you are telling to communicate with the database, SQL is required. We already know what new we are telling. To design the backend, programming languages are required. We already know, we have even started learning also what new are telling. You are telling. We are not here to learn database. We are not here to design backend. We are here to learn how to design the front end. So tell us which technologies we need to learn to design the front end. What is front end? We understood. What is web application? We understood. What is web page? We understood. Now please tell us the technologies which are required to design this. So those are nothing but, few students are already telling, very good, HTML, CSS, and here JavaScript. HTML, CSS, and here JavaScript. You are here to learn this HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Now you might be thinking these are the programming languages. This is query language. Which type of language these all are? HTML, CSS, JavaScript. React, Angular will be self-paced. So don't consider React, Angular I am going to teach. No, Angular recordings you will be getting of your Blessina ma'am. I will be handling your HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. What is HTML? What is CSS? What is JavaScript? Don't worry. That introductory part is there. I will introduce you these three technologies soon. Have a patience. Ma'am, Bootstrap, ma'am. Bootstrap is for lazy developers. A short introduction I will give you in our upcoming sessions of Bootstrap. In Bootstrap, you will be getting all the components, all the ready-made components. For our non-IT students, they will get scared. Please don't use such high-fi words in the first class itself. Okay. In future, we will discuss about it. We are lazy, ma'am. Is it? You should not be lazy till you get your first job into an IT. Okay. So this is the complete architecture of your web application. So draw this, everyone. Like your aptitude, I am not going to share these slides on daily basis. You have to make your notes in the class itself. I am not going to share you these slides. But once we start with the practical execution, once we cover the HTML, I will share you all the files of HTML in your classroom app. Okay. Architecture of web application. Draw it. Yes, you can create your own website, Manjunath. Manjunath. Okay, correct. A framework. Yes, I will introduce few frameworks. In future, you are going to use the frameworks. Like in your Python course, you will be learning Django. Django is nothing but a framework which is used to create the dynamic web pages. Step by step, you will learn everything. In this web technology, I will teach you how to create your own website as well as how to upload your website live so that you can share that link wherever you want throughout the world. They will be able to access your link. It will be in online mode only. It won't be in offline mode. It will be in online mode only. Sanket, JavaScript is the front-end technology, especially front-end technology, but we can use it at a back-end also. But in interviews, You don't tell JavaScript is a backend also. You tell JavaScript is the front end technology. Ma'am, video lagging too much. Is it Prasad? Prasad, please check from your end too, because for others it is fine. If you want, I will take the screenshot of my screen and I will share with you in the chat box. Just a minute. Okay. Check Prakash. Check your Prasad. Sorry, not Prakash. Check your chat box. I have sent it. As I already have cleared, you will be learning HTML and CSS and JavaScript from me, not any other technologies. Please do attend the live classes only, especially for this web technology, because whatever we are going to do from third or fourth class, it will be practical. Everything will be the practical execution. By watching recordings, you might feel or you might face lot of difficulties, so it's better to come live here to attend the online classes live, so that immediately I can solve your doubts. Everything will be in practical mode only. Duration of the course, it will be of 28 days. Okay. Is there any difference between backend and server? You tell me. To design the backend, programming languages are used. To design the database, query language is used. To design the front end, HTML, CSS, JavaScript will be used, which we are going to discuss in your notebooks. Write front end dash, front end dash, I hope it is visible, front end dash, in bracket you can write client side. Start writing this in your notebooks. Okay, copied everyone? Please confirm. Have you copied? What is the difference between that two? Ma'am, in backend, every information is stored or it was stored in database. What is the difference between that two, ma'am? I will let you know about this. Now in the interviews, if they are asking you what is web application, will you answer? You know what is web application? Any application if we are opening or accessing by using the browser and the internet, that will be the web application. So what is web technology? Web technologies are such technologies which are used to design the front end of the web application like HTML, CSS and JavaScript, which we have learned in this course. In this way you have to answer in the interviews. Ma'am, what is the difference between Java, JavaScript? Have a patience, Manjunath. Next we are going to discuss about that only. Okay. Now next they will ask you the architecture of web application or the three layers of web application. So what are those three layers of web application? Which is nothing but front end, back end and the database of web application. Okay. Next, what are web technologies completed? What is web page? What is web page? Who will answer? What is web page? Everyone. Every application has three layers. Every application, let me erase this web. Every application has three layers. I'm not talking specific to web, every application. So whenever you are explaining about web page, you have to take web application into the picture. Whenever we are designing any web application, we will be using multiple web pages. It is a part of web applications. Very good. A web application is nothing but a combination of multiple web pages. Now we are going to design a different web pages. Okay. I hope I am completely clear with what is web application, what is web technology, what we are going to learn. We got that foundation. Next. Web page contains some information. No. That won't be the ideal definition. Please check it out again. Now what next we are going to discuss, ma'am? These things we understood. What is next? Here I have told programming language. Here I have told query language. Which type of language it is? What is this HTML? What is this CSS? What is this JavaScript? Now, out of these three technologies, just ignore this CSS and JavaScript. We will first catch HTML. Let's understand what is HTML. Okay. Now you might be asking, you might be thinking, ma'am, what is HTML element? Is it programming language or what? So clearly I will tell you it is not a programming language. Okay. Then which type of language it is? HTML. Now I have told it is not programming language. So let's check the difference between programming language and HTML. Okay. Before that, let's see what is HTML. This HTML stands for hyper, T stands for text, M stands for markup, L stands for language. So what is HTML? Hypertext markup language? No, this won't be the answer. In interviews, if they are asking you what is HTML element, what you need to answer, HTML is one of the front-end technology which is used to design the front ends. In interviews, if they are asking you what is HTML element, they did not ask you HTML stands for what? What is the long form of HTML? In this way, if they ask, go with hypertext markup language. In most of the interviews, students answers what is HTML element? Sir, ma'am, HTML is nothing but hypertext markup language. Done. And you will come with the consideration, yes, I have given absolutely correct answer, which is completely incorrect answer. Okay. So HTML stands for hypertext markup language. Now from this, whatever this hypertext is there, please ignore it. For today's session, please ignore this hypertext, because first we will discuss about what is markup language, what is the difference between this markup language and the programming language. Okay, I'm not calling HTML as a programming language. This is not my programming language. This is my markup language. We have a programming languages like we have a Java, we have a Python, we have C, we have C++. These are the programming language. In the same way, we have in markup language, we have HTML. HTML is markup language. We have something called as XML. We have something called as XHTML. We have something called as SG. Okay, let it be. This much only I will write. Okay, HTML only I will write here. So these all are nothing but the markup languages. These all are nothing but the programming languages, and out of this all, we will be learning only HTML. Out of this all, you are learning Java and Python. This HTML is more than sufficient to design the front end. Okay, so these all are the markup language, that all are the programming language. Then what is the difference between this markup language and programming language, and why we are not calling this markup language as a programming language? So next point we will discuss about the difference between programming language and markup language. Before that, in your notebooks, please do take the heading as HTML, because we are going to start with the first web technology, HTML. Then we will start with the HTML and CSS. Then we will start with the HTML, CSS and the JavaScript. But for next few days, we will be learning only HTML. So take the heading as HTML. Below that, write the long form of HTML, hypertext markup language. Put one circle, highlight like this to the markup language. These all are the markup language available. Out of this, we will be learning. I will write the version also here. History I will tell you later. Still, you just write HTML5. We will be learning HTML5. See, don't put much pressure by thinking, ma'am, what is the difference between XML, HTML5? Ma'am, what is the difference between XHTML, HTML5? Why it is required? These all are the markup language. Do you know how to write a few codes in C++? Do you know how to write the codes in C? No, but you know these are the programming language. These we are not at all going to use at our backend. So we are learning this too only. So as per the requirement, we are learning this only. So why these all are required? Simply do remember there are multiple markup languages. Out of those all, we are going to learn HTML5 because this is mostly used in the industries. In this, we can discuss on HTML or HTML5. HTML5 is the version that we are going to learn. How in your Java you have multiple versions, right? In HTML, we are going to learn HTML5. History of HTML, I will tell you. Yes, Bhuvana Chandra. Yes. I will call you Bhuvan. Okay. Yes, Bhuvan, whatever you have told, it is absolutely correct. HTML is like a skeleton of human body. CSS is like muscles, our skin, and JavaScript is nothing but our human brain. It is absolutely correct. The purpose of these technologies, I'm not going to reveal in the first class itself. You will get confused. I will tell you in the CSS only. Who is asking this? Asif. What is added features in HTML5 from before versions, ma'am? See, history of HTML, I will take later. Still, if you want, I will tell you HTML file. In this HTML file, they were added few extra features like multimedia tags. Multimedia tags. Now you don't know the concept of tags. That's why I'm not telling these all this history of HTML now. But one student asked, that's why I'm telling you we are using HTML5, which is the updated version, and in this they were added these features. Ma'am, what is database? Let me check your name. Sanchan, where were you in SQL? Your SQL technology is already completed or just now have started? Could you please confirm? SQL just now started? Just now? 6 classes completed. Oh, is it? Fine. See, database is nothing but large quantity of data. Whenever we are dealing with the large quantity of data, that is nothing but database. Now I am telling YouTube has its own database. Yes, it has its own database where all the data got stored. You may have seen examples of your university database, like your hospital database, where all the records of patients will get maintained, like that only. Ma'am, what is the long form of HTML? HTML is a standard generalized markup language, Vivek. But don't put your too much effort to remember these long forms which are not required. But still, if you want, I will tell you standard generalized markup language. Yes, Vijay, that's what I'm trying to avoid such a high five words in the first class. But few students are there from CSIT background, so we have to answer them also. So you just ignore such high five words. You just do remember. Now we are going to start with the HTML. This is the long form of HTML. These are the markup languages. Next we will be discussing about the difference between programming language and markup language. So in your notebooks, please do take the next heading as difference between programming language and markup language. Difference between programming language and markup language. And here I will write programming language. so everyone? Look at here. Now here I am writing 5 plus 5. Sorry. Here I am writing 5 plus 5. Now in case of programming language, what will be the output? That syntax keep running at the background of your mind, creating one class, public static void main having the parameter string of args, int a equal to 5, int b equal to 5, int c equal to a plus b, system dot out dot println, keep running all this at the background of your mind and tell me the output for this. Are you kidding or what? I don't want to make fun in the class. I want serious answers. 10 will be the output. Oh, okay. So here I will write the output. The output will be 10. Okay. Now same thing I will do here in case of markup language. You just guess the output. I don't want correct outputs. Guess the output. What will be the output in this case? Oh, variety of answers I am getting. Few students are telling, ma'am, 55. Okay, is there another answer? Few students are telling 10. Few students are telling 5 plus 5. Say. Any other answer? 59. What is the logic you have applied, Naveen? Let's understand the logic of Naveen. Naveen, could you please tell me the logic? Krishna, could you please tell me the logic? 5, 5, 5, 5, 4 times. What is the logic behind this? No logic. So let's consider this much answers. Few students are telling 55, 10 and 5 plus 5. If you ask me what will be the answer, ma'am, what will be the output for this? This will be the output. In case of markup language. Now what is the conclusion? If I am performing 5 plus 5, in case of programming language, it is performing the addition. That means here computation is happening. Yes or no? Computation is happening. Is it performing the computation? This will be the output. This will be your output. Is it performing computation? So in case of markup language, it does not perform computation. Here I will write. It does not perform computation. It will display the data, it will display the statements, whatever you have written as it is on your page, on your web page. Skeleton form, I will tell you. Wait. So it does not perform computation in case of markup language. Now you might be thinking, ma'am, in programming languages, it will perform the computation. How nicely it is giving the output 10. If I write 20 minus 5, how nicely it will give the output as a 15. And in this silly markup language, if I write 20 minus 5, it does not print 15, rather it will print 20 minus 5 as it is. So why we are learning such markup language? What is the use? In your programming languages, computation is important, logic is important, but in case of markup language, representation of data is important. Now, what is a representation of data, ma'am? See, I was shown that the front end of YouTube, you only have seen the front end of YouTube, that home button, that explore button, music, search box. How we have designed? By using what they have designed. They need to use one language. Home, they have to type home, they have to adjust the alignment of home. I want it at the top left side, top right side, everything, that alignment they have to do. So they can do everything by using the markup language, where the representation of data at front end is important. Okay, got it? The difference between markup language, programming language. Programming language performs the computation. Markup language does not perform the computation. Representation of data is important. Okay. Have a patience. I will give you the time to write. One more point we will discuss. What is computation? What you guys are asking? You just search it by yourself. Okay. These are the simple terminologies. Fine. Or else I will tell you. Have a patience. Have a patience. Now next. Consider your browser. Any browser. Here I will write browser. Okay. I will use next different color to avoid the confusion. Browser. Any browser. What do you think? Which language your browser does understand? JS, markup language, web language. What is web language? English. Okay. English. Out of the box answer. Binary language. Maybe you would have missed with B. Both markup and programming language. No. Leave about programming language. If we compare HTML, CSS and JS. Okay. Your browser understand only HTML language, only markup language. Here I will write. Browser understand only markup language. In this case, your browser doesn't know the language CSS. He understand only markup language. Now, how to give the styling, ma'am? Then what is CSS? Have a patience. We will learn. If you are not getting from this, simply keep this note in your notebooks. In your upcoming sessions, your doubts will get clear. You already have taken the difference between markup and programming. Copy down this as it is. And after that, take one note. Browser understand only markup language. Then I will show you the practical execution of your first code in HTML. Okay. Everyone, do this quickly. We are running with the time. If you have any doubts, we will solve later. But first, copy down this. Otherwise, we missed out with some points. Other application, yes, we are going to use VS Code, but when we start with the JavaScript, before that we will be using brackets application. Yes, brackets. You can use Notepad also. The first code I will tell you to write by using Notepad. Once you complete, just ping me, then I will show you. Okay, copied everyone? Please do confirm. Browser understand markup language. Okay, fine. So everyone has copied. The other doubts we will discuss later. Now let me start sharing the screen. Just a minute. Okay. I hope my screen is visible to all. Again, let's come up with the YouTube application. Now, if you carefully observe, this is nothing but front end. This complete is nothing but front end. So this is nothing but your browser. This complete is nothing but your browser. From here, it is your front end. This complete is nothing but your browser. Yes or no? Wait, I will take Codeness website for better clarity, and I will close all other tabs. Okay. This one also I will close, or I will shift here. Okay. Now everyone look at here. So this is complete is nothing but your browser. By using the browser and internet only, I have opened this Codeness website. Now carefully if you observe, your browser is divided into two parts. This is nothing but your browser head. This is nothing but your browser head. And this is nothing but your browser body. This complete from here till down. This will be your browser body. This is the search box of browser. We have not designed this. This is the search box of browser. This we have designed. This title we have given. So where we have given this title? At browser head. This complete is nothing but browser body. Your browser is divided into two parts, browser head and browser body. Okay, understood. Now I will open the notepad. I will go to the file and I will go with okay, this file I have not stored. Let it be. Okay, I have taken one new file here, a notepad. Okay, so on this notepad I will press Ctrl S. I am saving it on the desktop. I will give the file name as janbatch jan.html. Now, whenever you are writing your Java codes, you would have used .java, right? So, whenever in future when you are writing Python codes, you will be using .py. In the same way, I am considering this file as a HTML file. On desktop, I am saving this file with the extension .html. All HTML files you have to save with the extension .html. Okay. Now I will write here 5 plus 5. 5 plus 5. I will save it again and let's minimize it, everything. Now on desktop only I have stored this Jan file. See how I got Jan file. This is the default browser. It has selected Chrome. So as soon as you save the file with .html, you will get like this. And if you double click, what you are getting as output? Check 5 plus 5. So your markup language will display the content as it is on your web page. See, one web page I have created. I have not given any title. So by default, it has taken the title as your file name, jan.html, file name. This I have not given, this link I have not given, it has came. Now this is not a link, actually a file path, and this is the output it has displayed on my web page. So your browser understand only markup language. I have used a simple editor, Notepad. Now you might be having so many doubts, ma'am, how it is displaying, how to give this title, what is this title? We are not getting actually anything. Have a patience for now. Do remember your HTML does not perform any computation. Directly it will display the content as it is. If I go to the notepad, if I do few more changes, like if I go here, see these contents I have displayed everything. I will save it, I will minimize it. I will go to the Jan batch. Okay, I was already there. See, still it is displaying 5 plus 5. I will do the refresh. Everyone see, I will do the refresh. See what I am getting now, what output I am getting. See, every application has 3 layers, front end, back end. How it has displayed, see? Everything, whatever I have written here in my notepad, it has displayed here on my web page. See, everything. Now you might be thinking, ma'am, it has not displayed with the proper format, how we have written in the notepad. That point we will discuss later, but for now do remember it is displaying the content, every content as it is. Ma'am, it has changed the font style. Yes, it will change. It will change because we are going to discuss about the tags. There certainly you will understand, but for now get better clarity of the difference between markup language and programming language. So here I will go with the 5 plus 5 only to avoid the confusion. I will save, come to the web page, refresh the web page. I am getting 5 plus 5. Nothing is required, Asif. What you are asking? Please plug the system, ma'am. What does it mean? Acha, charge. Okay. What makes HTML so special? Certainly you will understand, and in the history of HTML. Charging, yes, I will put my system on charge. Okay, everyone, have you tried it out by using the notepad? Everyone got the output? Everyone got the output like this? Please raise your hand. How many of you have got the output? How many of you did not get the output? Please raise your hand. Other students, please wait if you got the output. How many of you did not get the output yet? Four participants has raised the hand. How many of you did not get the output? So many participants, you guys have raised the hands. 8. Why you did not get the output? Is any challenge you are facing? Deep, Samruth, what challenge you guys are facing? Could you please tell me? Srinivas, Lavanya, Manju. Repeat once again. Ma'am, once again show. Output coming, ma'am. Ma'am, please show again how to create web. Okay, I will show it again, everyone. You just open the notepad. Go to the start menu here. You just search notepad like this. You will be getting notepad. This is already present in your system. If you want it or not, it will present. Okay, Rishikesh, I am showing. Open the notepad like this, everyone. See, I have opened one more new notepad. In your system, notepad is not present. Okay, like today we will be downloading that bracket application, leave it. If it is not present, leave it. So here I am writing 5 plus 5 or anything you want you can write. Here I will write, welcome to first session of web classes. Welcome to the first session of web only I will write. Okay, I will save it. As soon as I click Control S, give the file name as jan2.html extension is very important. I will select desktop. Control S. They are storing in desktop, ma'am. That's the problem. How to increase the font size? Control plus. If you wanted to increase the font size, Control plus. Then Control S. Select the desktop. Give the file name with the extension .html. You wanted to, you can give any file name, whatever you want, but the extension should be .html. Then save. Click on save. I will minimize everything. Now see, in your desktop you got jan2 file. See here, jan2. So click on it. This is the output. See, welcome to the first session of web. Simply I zoom this contents. I did not increase the font size of this contents. Zoomed out, zoom in you can do. Right? So this is the browser head. This is the browser body. Do remember, this is the browser head. I hope my cursor is visible. Jan2. This is the browser head. This complete from the beginning till end. This is complete is the browser head. And this is the browser body. Sridhar, it will show you text document if you miss out with the correct extension. The extension should be .html. Okay. Why browser link not created? I will tell you, have a patience. The link will get created. This is not a link. This is the file path. How to get the link? That is a different story. We need to upload all the files on the GitHub. From the GitHub, you will get the link. You won't get a link from this. This is not your link. Okay, good. Everyone do remember this is not a link. To get the link, we need to do certain process which we will learn in our upcoming sessions. Yes, that is address, file path. Okay. So just a minute, I will show you the QR code. Have you received the timing from 3 to 5 or 3 to 5:30? Browser head will be complete from the beginning till end, complete. 3 to 5 or 3 to 5:30? It is 2.5 hours. Only 3 to 5. Okay, fine. Okay. So have you enjoyed your first class? Are we going with the proper speed? Please let me know so that we can do the changes from our second class onwards. If we are going too fast, too slow, voice is low, voice is too high, whatever the feedbacks are there with you, you can share with me. Accordingly, we can do the modifications. Too slow, ma'am, no, for we have to think with respect to the non-CSIT students as well. Don't be selfish, don't think. Yes, that's what I am telling. We have to think about them also. So let me show you the QR code. This is the first technology which I am handling for your batch, right? Yours is January batch. Yes. That means this is the first class for you guys with me. Okay, so please check whether the QR code is working or not. Mohammed, you will feel little slow, but think with respect to others also. We cannot go fast. Bhuvan Chandra, don't think like this. We are learning HTML, so extension should be .html only. Now you might be thinking, you might be asking like this, ma'am, we are learning Java. Should I give the extension .py? What will happen? Ma'am, it is creating with Microsoft Edge. How to change it to Chrome? Yes, Mutraj, I will tell you. Daily it will be 2 hours class only. We have to give the file name .html only. This technology we will complete within 28 days along with the HTML, CSS, JavaScript without Angular. Angular will be self-paced. We will send you the recordings of Angular, recording sessions of your Blessina ma'am. She has taken the Angular. That recording we will share with you. Okay. Fine everyone. So this is all about our today's class. Let's stop our technical discussion here. Tomorrow we will meet up with the same time with some new contents, new topics. Till then, do revisions, do practice and take care all of you. Have a good evening to all. Just one line difference about the Java and JavaScript. Manjunath, did I tell you that was the difference between Java and JavaScript? I have told you the difference between markup language and programming language. In future, we will be discussing about few more difference between these programming language and markup language. I will tell you, Sanket, we will download Bracket application, then I will tell you how to get the output in Chrome. But any browser is fine. If you are getting the output in Internet Explorer, that's fine. If you are getting in Chrome, that's fine. All are nothing but the browsers only. Angular. Bhuvan Chandra, you will be learning Angular.